Good night, sweet dreams. God bless you. As I kick off the bed sheets, I realize two things. One, it's hot again in the hot, cold extremes I cycle through every night. And two, I'm awake in the sleep, wake extremes I cycle through. I keep my eyes strictly shut. If I can keep them shut and empty my mind, I might just drift back into slumber. It might work. It does work. Sometimes it doesn't work. I roll over to my right side to avoid looking at the clock that ticks and talks maliciously at my bedside. If it's past 4 a.m., that will be the end of any sleep. Might as well wake up, I'll tell myself. I could rub on some of that ridiculously expensive face cream and point my pouty mouth at the ceiling to smooth my turkey neck and do all those other things that go the primrose path of unfulfilled intentions. So I'll rumble in bed, seeking new excuses to kick those busybody intentions out. But not a wink of sleep will I enjoy, because morning is nigh, as that wicked clock has informed me. And so I must not look at it. Thoughts fling themselves against the gates of my mind, which I strive to keep shut, but which leaks at every joint. Until I submit to the inevitable. I am awake. I might as well go to the loo. Otherwise, if by some miracle I do fall asleep, a full bladder will wake me up before I have fully knitted up the ravelled sleeve of care, or whatever it is that sleep is supposed to do. I sit up with my feet dangling off the bed. Wait. Grope for my slippers in the half-light. Wait. Push myself up to a standing position. Wait. When my sluggish circulation has circulated to all the distant reaches of my anatomy, I shuffle off. No uneven surfaces, loose mats, or obstacles in my path, as the wise ones counsel, so I traverse the journey there and back without event. My mouth feels dry, so I have a generous swallow of water. I should have done that before I went, I know, but I forgot. So now I sit in the semi-darkness till I feel it settling in my stomach. Or the moment I lie down, it will threaten to retrace its route. The room seems cool again. The bedsheets have a welcoming chill. In an effort to hang on to that coolness, I pull the covers only up to my chest. But my shoulders are soon cold, so I must cover them. I kick my feet out of the tangle, hoping they will help me stay cool. I am still awake, but I have great hopes of sleep. Every aspect seems propitious. The pillow is cool under my ear, my exposed feet are keeping me at the correct temperature, my eyes have avoided the clock, my mouth isn't dry. I'm confident sleep will come. I must just keep my mind empty and relaxed. Breathe in and out. In and out. Focus on my breath. And that's the first I hear them. The snores emanating from the other half of the bed. Soft, rhythmic and even. As much as these gentle snores bellow in my ear, the occasional ones he misses agitate me far more. They fill my whole headspace, echoing like thunder. How can a man sleep on so blissfully unaware that just inches from him I'm wide awake and sleepless? Should I accept defeat, switch on the light and read a few pages? But if I get too interested in my book, I'll be reading till morning. Besides, the book is heavy and it hurts my wrists, and the font is too small. The right side of the bed rumbles on, but my mind has now accepted it. I feel no distress from it. Not that it helps with the sleep. I've long abandoned any hope of sheep coming to my rescue. Breathing evenly is my best chance. Wait, I'll stretch out my back first. I hug my knees to my chest. Actually, a huge gulf yawns between my knees and my chest. But that's what it's called. I hold it for a count of 20. I roll my knees to the left. I feel the comfort of that stretch. I roll to the right, colliding gently with the snorer, which interrupts the progression of snores. In the snore hiatus, I bundle myself under the covers, shoulder in, foot out, and focus on my breathing. Steady, steady. Evenly in, evenly out. A voice cracks in the bedroom. Half the morning is over, you're still in bed, and yet you complain you can't sleep. I haven't slept a wink myself, tossing and turning, wide awake, staring at the walls and ceiling, and watching you imitating a log. Bah! It seems it is morning, while only an instant ago, it was still night. Really, this sleep business is quite difficult to figure. The early part of the night usually passes uneventfully, even though she sometimes wakes me up to remind me I didn't wish her good night. I drift off easily again while she twists the night light so it won't shine on me and reads another fat book. Around midnight, I become aware that I am surfacing from sleep, unable to find a comfortable spot on the bed. I visit the loo, unthinkingly listening for a car or a bike. No matter what hour of the night it may be, there's amazingly always someone driving past. I take a small sip of water and let it roll down my throat. I stare at the blank walls and ceiling. I've accepted I have no control over this, so I'm calm and unstressed. Sleep won't return now till after 2, I know. Beside me, my wife of many decades sleeps, unmindful of my wakefulness. She doesn't turn or twitch except for the gentle movements of her breath. Her arms and legs are as if turned to stone. When we were young and sleep wasn't a subject I spent a thought on, my wife was highly attuned to our children's needs. If one of them let out the merest whimper while dreaming, she would bolt upright, listening. Should she run across or would it pass? Now, the dog, also aging and with less bladder control, comes to her side of the bed and barks near her face, and she doesn't even flinch. This is a nightly ritual, but the dog only agrees to come with me if I summon him. We trudge out. I wait for him to do what he needs to do, and we trudge back in. He turns around and around on his mattress and flops down, instantly asleep. The world sleeps, it seems. No mosquito dive bombs my ear. No lizard darts across the wall, hopeful of a tasty treat. The night is silent, still and at rest. Only I am awake. But surely and inevitably, 2 o'clock creeps around. Hardly have I shut my eyes to welcome sweet repose, it seems. that I feel her moving in the bed beside me. In the past, I used to look, but I have learned not to. She contorts her body, twists her arms and legs. It looks to me like torture, but she undergoes it voluntarily. She calls it stretching. She hugs her knees and rolls this way and that. She points one leg to the heavens and tilts it over the other till it is in danger of colliding with me. I turn my back on these self-pretzelizations and keep my eyes strictly averted. I'm not getting involved in this madness. It will end in a long, contented sigh, which always unmans me. "Did I disturb you?" she'll ask guiltily. "Uh-huh," I reply. The truth is, she hasn't. It's all now part of our sleep routine. When she travels away from home without me, the bed seems vast and empty and oddly lacking in activity. So despite all her little grunts and exhalations and the familiar clink of her bangles as she waves her arms about, I drift smoothly into slumber. I set 2 alarms every morning, but often I sleep through both. Luckily, my wife has her morning ritual. First, some pattering off and pattering back. The drinking of water and swallowing of pills, some shuffling around, some free hand and free leg exercises, or a dance routine she's learning. During all of which, I surface harmoniously from sleeping to waking, as if her sounds were a reverse lullaby. The assertive sunlight creeping through the window blinds and past my closed eyelids convinces me to get up and face the day. There is much to be done before breakfast. Tea to be drunk, biscuits to be dunked and devoured, newspapers to be cursorily scanned, and if I feel up to it, a few gentle turns to be had around the dining table. Enough stretching has already been done for the both of us. I know I've hardly slept a wink all night, while she has been as if anesthetized. So I'm always astounded to hear that she is somehow convinced that the roles were exactly reversed, that I was the one imitating the log and snoring to boot, while she futilely tried to capture a few winks of rest. Really, this sleep business is sometimes impossible to figure.